I almost died at 18, but God said, not yet. I'm not done with you. Today, I was just driving and I heard a man sharing his testimony on the radio. It was so interesting because it had to do with he was dying in a flood because he had gotten flooded suddenly and his children's two football were like going away, where they were like being taken away in the flood, and the kids started crying, so he wanted to go get the footballs for them and lost his footing and got like fell into the flood, and then the drain pipe was like sucking him in, and he was dragged away too, like 100 yards. But in that time frame where he was drowning, he said to God, he's like, God, please save me. But if you don't, that's okay. Just take care of my family. And he was dragged 100 yards, and then the drain like popped him out, like somehow like just pushed him out, and then he was able to grab onto a branch and hold on. He was injured, but he was saved. So he knows that that was his testimony, like God had saved him. And after that, he gave his life to God and all this stuff. And it reminded me, it just hit me like, I didn't expect it to hit me like that, but it did. And right then, God reminded me of my story. When I was 18, I was in a car accident that I shouldn't have walked away from at all. Like, I still don't know how. Everything was fine, and I just hit, like, the car locked up, and it was started skidding. It hit one car, I hit the divider, it hit the car once again. I spun out of control multiple times, and then the divider stopped the car, but because I hit it. But honestly, I don't know. All I know that when I was spinning out, I said to God, God, please save me. I said, Our Father who art in heaven. I held on, and I didn't know what the car was going to end up like. I knew that I was out of control and I couldn't control the car. And all I could say was, God, please help me. God. I remember like crying out for him. And when people came to help us, I had gotten out of the car, and I started walking across the highway. And I remember someone had already pulled over I just was walking. I was just like in complete shock. And they were like, stop, because honestly, I was going to get hit by a car. Somebody stopped me. I didn't know. They shook me, like in the sense of like, oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of a highway. Thank God they said that. I could have gotten hit. That was another way that I could have died at the same exact time. And then when they came to help us, the police asked me, like, how did you get out of the car? The door was completely, like, I could not have opened it. And they said that the seatbelt was still in, like the seatbelt was still on the car seat. So how did I even get out? And I believe that I got out through the window, but they were like, how did this all happen?